President Trump continues to fill out his cabinet, but as of this morning, one crucial position is still undecided: his Treasury Secretary. According to a report from the New York Times, Trump is even expected to bring in new candidates for the position this week. Here to break down the field and what's at stake with that decision, we've got Yahoo Finance's own Ben Werschkul. Ben, you've been analyzing and also putting some pen to paper on exactly what these candidates could look like. What do you know?
Yeah, it's getting less clear by the day, amazingly enough. So as you mentioned, Donald Trump is expected to have two new candidates in the mix, and he's expected to meet with them at Mar-a-Lago at Florida this week. The first one is former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh, who was sort of seen as more of a Fed candidate and was on shortlist last time with Trump. The other is Apollo Global Management CEO Marc Rowan. Of course, Yahoo Finance is owned by Apollo Global Management. And this comes in addition to the two other candidates you see on your screen there last week. Scott Bessent, who's the Key Square founder, and Howard Lutnick, the Cantor Fitzgerald CEO. And sort of these are the four candidates that you see in the mix. They're kind of going up and down by the day. And the issue here seems to be that Trump is trying to get a candidate who can do two things that maybe are irreconcilable. One is to be cheered by the markets. He wants somebody that when he announces it, the markets go up and they're happy to see it. He also needs somebody that can kind of credibly sell his tariffs, which the markets obviously are a little less keen on. So what you've seen in the last few weeks are some of these candidates trying to kind of beef up their tariff bona fides, even if they said more critical things in the past, to kind of try to be the candidate for Trump on these two issues there. So not a lot of certainty at the moment. With more meetings expected this week, we might be waiting a few more days, but the only certainty, I guess, is sort of more uncertainty for a little bit.
It's interesting, Ben, and a note from Peter Cheer over the weekend. He sort of pulled this metaphor that either Trump is picking people based on 3D chess or 52 card pickup. Basically, is this tactical right, or is this just off of vibes? And I know that you did a lot of reporting, speaking with folks about kind of the thinking behind this decision. What does that leave you with in terms of your thinking on what's driving Trump's decision here?
I think most of the people around the process are kind of as sort of speculating as much as anyone else is right now, because it can kind of go these two different directions you mentioned. Matt Gaetz last week is an example that, based on the reporting around that, happened on a plane flight that was 2 hours that no one saw coming. So this is a process that could be kind of the 52 card pickup idea. Others would be this the 5D chess idea here too. I mean, I do think Trump is incredibly focused on the markets and economic stability, so he really wants somebody that can kind of be a face of his administration to try and do that. So he might be a little bit more considered with that, but we'll see. He's sort of clearly unhappy with his choices at the moment.
Right, that's a really good point too. He wouldn't be searching for this long if he was very clear and bullish on one particular candidate. Ben, Thank you so much as always for joining us. Really appreciate it.